A number of years ago, I was approached by a friend of mine with whom I had attended Christ for the Nations. We graduated together. His name is Johnny Moffitt. He told me there was going to be a gathering of ministers who are CFNI graduates, and we were going to get together and talk about forming a fellowship for Christ for the Nations. And so we did. We met. About that same time, I had someone come into my office and tell me about a Bible college that was quite well known back in the 70s, one in California. And there were basically 3 Bible schools like Christ for the Nations, counting Christ for the Nations. There was one in Tulsa, or the Broken Arrow area, and one in Anaheim, California. The other person who had approached me in my office said to me, "Did you hear that such and such," and he named the school in Anaheim, "Did you hear that it is closed, John?" And I said, "It closed? No, I didn't know." The director of that institution had come to our graduation one of the years that I was a student here at Christ for the Nations and had been our commencement speaker. It was a stunning thing to me to hear that that school had closed. And instantly I thought about all the people who had received degrees and diplomas from that institution, how that now they had to tell people that their degrees were from a Bible school that once existed. I turned around and looked at the degree I have from Christ for the Nations on the wall and was convicted for several reasons. That I hadn't stayed as connected as I had hoped I would, as I had planned to. Oh, I had sent money from time to time when there were various appeals throughout the years, but just realized that my heart wasn't in it like it had once been, like it had been when I was a student here. I was pastoring a great church, but I had not kept a strong bond to Christ for the Nations. And when Johnny Moffitt came and approached me about taking part in the fellowship, I said, yes, I want to do that. And it gave me a link to Christ for the Nations. Our Alumni Association and our Fellowship of Ministers and Churches, these 2 organizations began to work together, and over the years have formed a strong bond to keep those who are in the marketplace out there, who are Christ for the Nations graduates, and those who are working in a kind of full-time way in ministry, keep us all together in helping to see the cause of Christ through Christ for the Nations go forward in the world. What I said to one of my friends, and don't misunderstand when I say what I'm about to say, I said to one of my friends, that day it hit me that it was possible that I would hold a degree from a defunct Bible school. Christ for the Nations is nowhere near going defunct. It is thriving and prospering and growing, but it is possible for any institution, any ministry to fail if its partners and supporters, if its graduates, if its alumni, if its ministers do not bind together and continue the support that keeps any institution strong. This is a great institute. This is a great ministry. And when I got reconnected, my life got better. I got to know the Lindsays in a personal way. And over time, just my relationship with them brought me to Dallas. My wife and I, we came here and have been an active part of this ministry since the year 2000. That is, on staff and working with the ministry, been teaching all these years. And I have to tell you, it is the most delightful experience of my life being a part of Christ for the Nations, with the added benefit of knowing that I'm actually doing something for myself. As a graduate of Christ for the Nations, I have the satisfaction of knowing that I am putting something back into this school with my financial support, with my prayers, and with my assistance here and my work here, doing something to see that the legacy of Christ for the Nations, the legacy, if you will, of Gordon and Frida Lindsay continues, especially under the leadership of Dr. Dennis Lindsay and his lovely wife, Ginger. We're so thankful for them, and we're so thankful for Christ for the Nations, that this ministry goes on so that the things that we have received stand in tandem, if you will, with the great reputation and legacy of this fine school, this fine ministry. God bless you.